You got this, baby. Come on. Almost there. Come on. So this baby started incubating on the 15th of April. This is one of Peach's babies. This is one of Peach's eggs. And Peach has not gone broody at all, even though she's had access to eggs. I kind of expected her not to go broody. So I've been incubating her eggs since she's the only one that was mating with a fertile gander. Well, a mature gander who was fertile. And we've already hatched 4 of her babies. And this is baby number 5. Let's see. Did you get through the membrane on this one? Yes, you did. Good. Can you breathe in there? Yeah, you can. Good job. Come on. Yeah, there you go. That was a nice crack. Go on. Yeah, you can do it. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. You can do it. Got a little hybrid Canada Goose mixed with American Buff and African production hatching here. What the heck just happened? Stupid. Sorry. I accidentally turned on the green screen. There you are. Hi, baby. Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi. There you are. Hi, baby. Oh, my goodness. You have some bright yellow on you. My goodness. You got bright colors. You can do it, baby. You can do it. Yep, you can do it. You can do it, babies. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. Come on. Come on, babies. You can do it. Yep, here we go. Little hybrid Canada Goose. No, Adrian, I cannot help him. This is really important that they do it on their own. I know it doesn't seem right. I know our instinct tells us to help him, but he is hatching naturally. It is very tempting to help babies when they're hatching, but it's actually best to let them do it on their own. I'm helping kind of straighten that out a little bit. You see how he's pushing out? They're supposed to be doing this whole thing on their own. And I know he looks twisted in there because they are twisted when they're in the egg. I just caught this baby getting ready to hatch, and I thought there might be some people who might enjoy this. This is a hybrid Canada Goose mixed with domestic. Come on, babies. Pick up your head, babies. It's actually super tempting. If you're ever hatching eggs, any of you, refrain from helping as much as you possibly can. You should not intervene with hatching unless you are like 100% sure that if you don't help, they will die. And even then, a lot of people say you still shouldn't help. Now, I will assist if I believe the youngster will die if I don't. But this is my personal decision. This is my, the way that I do it. Come on, babies. There you are. There you are. Hi, baby. You see your head's not... Okay, there it is. Oh, my goodness. Look at you. Hi. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Your face is all swollen. Your face is swollen, little one. Why is your face swollen? Why is your face so swollen? You got a swollen face. Uh-oh. Are you okay? You okay? Are you okay? So obviously you never know what you're gonna get when you hatch a baby. But it does look like this baby's got a little bit more swollen face than it should have there. Which is not good. No, that's not good. No, that's not good, baby. That's not good. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on you. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep a close eye on you. You made it, though. You made it. You made it, yes. And here in about a minute, I'm gonna be contacting my friend who's an expert, so I can show him the baby and he can let me know if we have any major concerns about that swelling here, right here around the neck. It is normal for them to be a little swollen. This is a little more than what usually I see, but that could just be some just coincidence kind of situation. Happened to be how it was in the egg or something. Now, just so you guys know, hybridizations between Canada geese and domestics do happen in the wild. They happen naturally. This is not something that I've caused to happen. My geese just mate how they choose. So this is not like a, like where I've arranged for certain bondings to happen. Oh, Muffin, I hope so too. I hope he's gonna grow up happy and healthy. Yes, baby. Hi. I know, I know, I know. I know. And guys, this is how little goslings start out. This is how our geese. You guys know Canada geese? You know, the ones that everybody doesn't like at the ponds, lakes, when people walk by. They have the black necks, the black heads with the white cheek patch. Those are Canada geese. And this guy is half Canada goose. I legally own Canada geese. You cannot own them legally without having the proper documentation and following the law in the U.S. You can own them, but you have to do certain things to be allowed to own them. And one of my Canada goose boys decided to mate with one of my domestic girls. Domestic being the regular farm geese. Thanks, Muffin, for just subscribing. Well, we have 4 more babies that are doing good, that are nice and healthy, that have already hatched. And I mostly focus my channel on the geese, animals, and it's just supposed to be these kind of things. And I'm trying to show people that the geese y'all see at the pond are not just these evil monsters that are trying to attack everyone, you know. Yes, I know. Hi. What are you doing? Well, you're talking good, so your lungs are good, huh? Your lungs are good. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So a lot of this chattering that the baby's doing right now, all this talking actually has to do with the imprinting process. So this baby is really wanting me to get used to its voice and wants me to imprint onto its voice as well. So the babies don't just imprint on the parents also imprint on the babies. So the baby needs to make sure that I, Mama Goose, knows exactly what this baby sounds like so I don't lose it. So I build a relationship with it. Exactly, Muffin. Sadly, a lot of people dislike him. And it is true, Canada geese are not generally going to be attacking anybody unless they have a good reason for it. And, I mean, something that I always say is that if you went on vacation every year with your family and you guys, like, had a private plane and every single time you flew over a certain town, your plane was being shot at, and every year somebody might get hurt, right? Maybe even die. And then one year your plane has an emergency landing right in that town and people come over saying, oh, we can help you. You wouldn't trust those people either. And basically that's what geese are experiencing. Every single year they migrate, and every single year humans are hunting and killing them. You know, there's something called addling where they go around and destroy their nests and destroy their eggs to control their populations. And when you look at that stuff, you kind of makes sense that geese don't trust humans, you know? Especially since geese do bond very, very closely with their mate and with their babies, and they are very, very family oriented. So when a family member dies or they lose a family member, they actually mourn them. They can mourn a family member or a mate so much they can actually die from depression and from sadness. So a broken heart can actually kill a Canada goose. So these animals are actually exceptionally loyal and very family oriented. Right, babies? Yes. Yes, I know. Are you talking? Are you talking? So notice how I'm not pulling a baby out of an egg. I'm not stopping it. I'm just allowing it to lay against my hand to be comfy. But notice how I'm not taking it out of the egg. I'm not going to do that. And here in a couple of minutes, I'm actually going to be placing this baby back in the incubator. Don't worry, my house is really hot right now for this exact reason. I'm making sure the baby is warm. But here in a couple of minutes, I'm actually going to be placing this baby back in the incubator. And the reason for the, excuse my nails, I did yard work. And the reason for this being that they need to dry off. And once they're dried off, they turn into these adorable little floof balls. Just the cutest little things. Yes, once you're all nice and dry, you're going to be nice and floofy. Yes, you are. You're going to be a floofy baby. Yeah, I know. You're so cute. I know. You're so cute. Hi, baby. So that sound it's making, that sound, the what I call twirling, it's what they do when they're cuddly. It's kind of like a purring of a goose. Geese do purr, interestingly enough. Even the adults will do it. It's just much more quiet, like, and much deeper. So it's more like a, whereas the babies have a more high-pitched twirl. Yes. Yes, I know. I know. It's just so amazing. And I can tell you guys, every single baby I've ever hatched and every goose I've raised all always have completely unique personalities. Each individual one of these guys has a different personality. Some of them are going to grow up and be very fixated on humans and enjoy being around humans a lot. Some of them grow up and they kind of are more independent. They don't want the human to like touch and mess with them too much, but they'll still come to you for food, for like attention. They'll lay down right next to you. They'll take a nap. And you got to keep in mind that when you own geese, when you think about how geese interact with each other, they're not giving each other hugs and cuddling with each other all the time, right? An adult goose is going to show its affection to its mate or its family members by simply laying next to them. So just being near them is how they show affection. And by not chasing you away or attacking you and protecting you is how they show affection. So if you guys own geese and your geese are just don't like you touching them, but say like if you're sitting on a chair in your backyard or doing some yard work and they come over and just sit down near you, that's their way of saying, hey, we see you as part of our gaggle, which is another word for flock, and we accept you and we care about you. Basically, these animals communicate differently than what we humans are used to. And as you guys can see, there's still some membrane left in there. All the blood from the membrane, all the blood vessels has been absorbed. And actually what happens is that while they're in the egg, they have a bunch of blood vessels all along the membrane inside, all over. And then those blood vessels will actually absorb oxygen from the eggshell from out. It's like the egg itself is actually porous and oxygen can get through the eggshell. The blood vessels on the membrane will absorb that blood and then go into the belly button of the baby to deliver the oxygen to the baby, much like an umbilical cord would in a human baby. And when they get ready to hatch, them fighting to get out and working so hard to break this egg all the way around. So this baby has had to crack the egg all the way around, right? And this is not a weak egg, guys. This is a egg with a pretty This is a pretty thick shell on this egg. Like, these guys are pretty solid. And doing all of that basically encourages and help the baby's blood vessels and all of that blood and the yolk that's left over in the egg to be absorbed into the baby, because all that blood ends up being part of the baby when they hatch. This is one of the reasons why it's so dangerous to assist hatching of babies. You should never hatch out a baby. So one of the rules that I have is I will not do anything generally unless, see, this baby is slowly working on wanting out. And this is completely normal. They're exhausted. You got to think about how they're twisted in there. Like, the head is literally twisted around in there into a little ball. Their whole body is just like, you know, just knotted in there in like a very uncomfortable position, I would imagine. Hey, hey. You don't have to come out. You don't have. We got more domestic legs. We got feet from the domestics. They're not dark legs. We got light legs from your mama. Yes, we do. Are you going to end up having orange legs like your mama? Are you going to have orange eggs and legs and a black beak like your mama? Or the black beak comes from daddy. You can see it's pushing itself out. And this is generally where I will slow down the baby and I will stop it from moving further, simply because I'm going to carefully check that it has absorbed all of its egg yolk and that the umbilical cord is not going to injure him if he pulls out. Should be fine. Basically, I try to help them slow down just a little bit. See the baby pushing like that? Like it's pushing its little head in to my hand because it's just trying to cuddle. As it would with mama right after the hatch. I know, it's a tiny fluff ball of perfection. That's right, Paul. See, you made it just in time for the babies. He does have a little bit of a swelling on his face. Not the biggest fan of that. Usually the swelling is not this big. But I'm pretty sure this is just happens to be the position he was in, because it does look like it's already getting smaller. So it should be all right. I was a little bit worried at first. This one is very yellow. Since they're hybrids, they all kind of look a little bit different from each other. This one is very yellow. Very, very bright yellow. You get that from your Canada side? Huh? Did you get that from your Canada side? And this is what you want the blood vessels to look like when they hatch. You don't want there to be any actual bleeding. As you guys can see, there's like no real blood vessels or anything left. And those blood vessels are usually pretty thick. Like I said, if there's a baby, even if you do end up deciding to assist and hatch, if you get a drop of blood, stop. Stop immediately. They should not be bleeding, ever. If they're hatching, there should not be anything more than this. That. There shouldn't be more than that, blood-wise. There should not be any bleeding. They don't bleed when they hatch. It's very, very important to keep that in mind. Yes, baby, I know. I know. All right. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and move this baby into the incubator so you can go warm up and dry. Because, yes, when they're wet, they're going to be more likely to be cold. But I'm going to go ahead and put this baby in the incubator so it can get nice and warm and dry. And then here real soon, I'll come and either go live or make a video of all the babies together so you guys can see all the little hybrids that we've hatched over the last couple of weeks. Because I think you guys would enjoy it. They're all super adorable. So anyway, we got 2 more eggs that are incubating. One of them we literally just came across. So it's a brand new embryo that's going to be almost a month before that one hatches. And one of them that should hatch within the next 5 to 7 days. So, yeah. And if I catch it ready to hatch, then I will record the hatch as I usually do. If I don't, then you guys will see it after it hatches. You got a mohawk. You're a little cool baby, aren't you? Are you so cool? You got a mohawk? Yeah? All right. You ready to go in your incubator? Go get warm? Yeah. Yeah. Hi, yawn. You're so stinking cute. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Yeah.